YouTube. What's going on, man? Just getting out the house, about to head to work. But in the process of me getting ready to go to work, I was brushing my teeth, getting ready. You know, I had to take me a shower and everything. And in the background, I'm in my car, man. My truck is kind of out of commission right now. But in the middle of me getting ready for work, I was listening to a YouTube, and I like watching a lot of different shows, you know, when I'm getting ready in the morning. But I was watching Gil's Arena. I love watching that show, man. Gilbert Arena's got a good show, man. I watch that show a lot. But when I was watching Gil's Arena's show, it was a segment on about the GOAT debate. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even about who you think is the GOAT. He was talking about, and I agree with him, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about how when they have the GOAT debate, everybody else, like when you mention a Jordan about being the GOAT, you talk about the positives. You know what I'm saying? When you mention Magic Johnson being in top 10, you mention the positives. When you mention Kobe Bryant, top 10, you mention the positives. You talk about each one of the basketball players' accolades. Like, you know, you talking about how many rings this person got, or how many all NBAs this person got, how many all-star selections, you know, how many rings this person got. That's the conversation, you know what I'm saying? It don't, you know, it don't depend who you talking about. Like, you don't subtract from a person when you having a debate. And Gilbert Arenas was like, it's like really only one person that you subtract from when you having the GOAT debate. Like, you'll talk about Jordan got 6 rings, he got a Defensive Player of the Year award, he got this, he got that. Kobe Bryant, like the same thing, you know what I'm saying? You never mention any of the flaws. Like, we never bring up that how long it took Jordan to get a ring, or Jordan never got a ring without Scottie Pippen. We just bring up the positives on he stayed with the Bulls the whole time. Kobe Bryant stayed with the Lakers the whole time, even though he was trying to switch teams at one time, trying to go to the Bulls when him and Shaq was having this little gripe, you know what I'm saying? But that it didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? But like, you bring up like a lot of things like that, like you know, they talk about when they was calling Magic Johnson Tragic Johnson, when because I think when Magic first got there, he won a ring, and then after that, you know, he ended up losing, and they was calling them different names. Like, we don't, like, they talk about how many times he went to the championship and how many rings he got, and just a synopsis of that. You know, we talk about everybody else positives, and Gilbert says only one guy that we don't do like that. He said when it gets to LeBron, when he's in a GOAT debate, or where he's at top 10 on the list, and you can put him wherever you put him. If you put him anywhere lower than 3, basically 2, you really tripping. But what he was saying is, you know, when we talking about LeBron in the GOAT debate, we subtract. Like, he went to the finals this many times, he lost this many times. You know, like, it's always a negative, you know, a negative shot at LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's always, hold on right quick. It's always a negative shot at LeBron. And I just be wondering, like, what, you know, I always have one, you know, I became a LeBron fan because the hate. You know, I thought how this dude played the game, how he's real passive, how he a sharing teammate. He's not just a hog the ball kind of person. I just think he don't get enough props, or he don't get celebrated enough for not being a selfish NBA player or NBA basketball player. Like, he could be real selfish if he wanted to and shoot 100 shots. Just imagine if he shot the same amount of shots that Kobe or Jordan shot, and he has the most points all time. So just imagine a few of them years, instead of him averaging his 26, he would just went off and just tried to go for 33. Just imagine how fast he would have reached that record, and how precise he is. Like, how his percentages is always high. You know what I'm saying? By how accurate he is. Like, he don't just throw up a lot of different shots. You know what I'm saying? He take good shots. He make the smart play or the best play. And I just don't understand, if you really think about it. And Gilbert Arenas made a good point. I know a lot of dudes on the arena was trying to argue with him, but he's got to be the only person we do like that. Like, when you mentioning LeBron, it's always you trying to see what you can take away from him instead of praising him. Like, the man been selected to the All-Star game 21 times, All NBA, crazy. You know, he got Rookie of the Year. He got 4 rings. He got came back from a 3-1 lead. You know, and he went to the Lakers, got us a championship. And even with that, you know, with the Lakers championship, how it's a bubble championship. It's like, it's always got to be something to discredit him. But if anybody else would have won that championship that year, it would have been valid. But it's LeBron James, it's not valid. LeBron can go take Luka right now and go win another championship. And the reason they're going to say is, well, he had to go get Luka. Like, it's going to always be an excuse, you know what I'm saying, about that. And I like how Gilbert Arenas broke it down, because I never looked at it like that, how we don't congratulate LeBron. We it's always, he didn't do this. It's not what he did, it's always what he didn't do. And it's just weird that the obsession with doing this guy like this to make all of our, you know, our GOAT arguments, or feel better about our GOAT arguments. Like, Jordan's the GOAT. To me, Jordan's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is not the greatest player of all times to me. You know, it's Jordan. Now, LeBron is number 2 on my list, and you know Kobe Bryant is number 3 on my list. But I just don't gotta hate the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respect this game. I respect what kind of basketball player he is and how he approaches the game. This dude, he's 40 years old right now. And he's still doing what he's doing. Like, that last game they played against the Mavericks, if you didn't know how old this guy was, and you put some dye in his beard and everything, you would have been looking like, man, who is this 26-year-old player out here killing people? Like, that's how he be looking like. And I think now, when LeBron used to sit out the game and we'll be up 7, he comes back in the game, we down 1. I think that's what Luka can help him with. Now LeBron can really rest. He don't gotta be, I watched it on another show, now he don't gotta be the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He don't gotta quarterback all the time. He can kind of sit over here and play wide receiver. And that look like that's what he been doing with Luka, because he been running that court and Luka throwing it on point. Hey, man, Luka nice, man. You know, I'm a big fan of Anthony Davis, and I ain't know how to feel when they first moved Anthony Davis, but, man, I'm a big fan of Luka, man. Luka be hooping now. You got to give it up. He got that slow, methodical kind of basketball, how he play, man, but I L for Luka, man. Luka cold, man. But, and he a nice addition to our team for the future. But, it's just kind of crazy, because when Gilbert Arenas, he made a good point. Like, he made a good point on the show about that. Like, we don't celebrate LeBron. We pick at him. We find things that why he's not the GOAT, when everybody else gets celebrated for their greatness. And when we speak on LeBron James, we find ways we can take stuff from his greatness. You know what I'm saying? And that, it's just crazy. Like, just ask yourself this question. Like, think about it. Just say your top 10, or have a conversation with a person about your top 10, and watch how they bring up all Jordan accolades, all Kobe accolades. And when it gets to LeBron, watch how they go back. They start mentioning the things he didn't do, who he needed. He needed help. He needed this. It's like a bogus way that the media then push this narrative. Like, he's not a big shot maker. He, you know, like he's not clutch. He's not such and such. And it's a narrative that's been pushed too long. And this dude, man, is a cold guy. And what he doing right now need to be applauded. And I'm gonna give credit. But just think about that. Have a debate. Anybody right now, when you get to work or wherever you headed to today, just have a debate. Who are the top 10 players? And watch when it gets to LeBron, they're gonna start nicking him for what he didn't do or what he didn't accomplish. Everybody else they're gonna speak about, they're gonna talk about the positives. When it gets to LeBron, they're gonna talk about the negatives. Yeah, but tell me how y'all feel about that. I just wanted to speak on that because I was just thinking about it, that Gilbert Arenas made a good point. And Gilbert Arenas always has some good talking points and good arguments on this show. But tell me how y'all feel about that, man. Like, comment, subscribe on my video, man, and I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful day.